So allegedly, Sean Diddy Combs is now only getting charged with 2 charges. Here's why I'm thinking some of this shit's kind of obvious to me. So in Hollywood, there's a particular group that we cannot say, but we call them the all-seeing eye. You know, Big Brother, right? They're in every part of our culture. Music, TV shows, movies, actors and actresses. Every day, even allegedly our government is involved with them. Hell, how do we know? Well, look at the facts here. Number one, isn't it kind of supposedly weird that allegedly Epstein self-deleted? And they're making that claim that he allegedly self-deleted himself, when that really doesn't seem to be very truthful, allegedly, when there should be more investigation done to figure out whether or not that is true. But why are they quiet about it? What about some of the Hollywood actors and actresses? Like, for instance, Rihanna allegedly having her eye twitch. Her freaking eyeball was twitching worse than a tweaker on meth. Isn't that methed up? Isn't that kind of weird how allegedly Rihanna, or whatever her name was, or not Taylor Swifty, but whatever her name is, had her eye freaking twitching? That was not obviously part of the factors that she had maybe something in her eye. I'm thinking something more deeper. But what does this allegedly got to do with Sean Diddy Combs? I think allegedly Sean Diddy Combs is part of them, or was one time allegedly connected with them, just like allegedly Epstein, just like allegedly all the Hollywood actors, actresses. They're all allegedly connected. Not all of them, but some of them, majority. So let's talk about Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey went on to the late night show one time and made an obvious statement about it, doing a symbolic meaning, you know, doing their symbol, the all-seeing eye. And he made allegations to the talk show host saying, come on, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't. You're involved in it. And he blatantly called it out, and now Jim Carrey no longer is needed for any movies. He hasn't been rolled in anything lately, as of yet. Why do you think that happens? Because he's blacklisted. Because he spoke too much about a certain particular thing that he knows is going on in the Hollywood industry. And even in the music industry. Hell, why do you think Upchurch has been saying, I'm not going to fuck with these people that are mainstream media. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers want to call church crazy or an alleged Adderall addict because y'all don't want to fucking see one thing. He's exposing this shit, but he's being very careful. Well, what about you? You are being so obvious there, Mr. Conservative. Well, I'm being obvious because I'm tired of this shit being hidden. I'm going to say it. The Illuminati is true. There, I said it. They are a real thing. They are part of daily things. Politicians, media, TV, music. They're all in it. They're all part of it. They're all influenced. They can choose how to allegedly influence our lives, our daily lives as we see. Well, but how can they do that if supposedly they're not real? Okay, but how can they not allegedly be real? That's another question. How can they not supposedly be real enough for us to know? Because they are. Jim Carrey mentioned them more than once, obviously. Hell, a lot of even other actors allegedly mentioned that they are real. These certain particular groups, the all-seeing eye group like this, is real, and they get blacklisted. Hell, you want to go one step further, it's not just that Mariah Carey or whatever the fuck her name is that had the eyeball twitch. Look at some of the shit that we see. What about the alleged, well, let's go deep into this rabbit hole. The alleged Epstein list, the Epstein Island. So supposedly there's allegations Epstein might have, just self-deleted. I doubt it. Very much likely and highly doubt it. Well, why would you doubt it, conservative? That doesn't make sense. Because it's too obvious. He was a threat to them. He may have been an alleged threat to them at that point, that it was obvious. He knew that his time was coming. If he exposed anything, they would be in deep doo-doo. So if they allegedly do exist in our culture, media, politicians, actors and actresses, one of those, then why are some actors and actresses not allegedly involved in them? Because they're not that desperate. The ones like Tim Allen, or the guy that played Guardian of the Galaxy, Chris Pratt, he's not a desperate person, and he's not going to sell his soul to the petty people that allegedly only want one thing: them to obey. That's just it. What is their main prerogative? Obedience, chaos, and alleged destruction. Look at our world today. What do you think is happening around us? How could you allegedly not say that this exists or this is not allegedly happening? It is, folks. Wake the fuck up. The all-seeing eye people are allegedly watching. They are even watching through our phones, our computers, our smart TVs. They're watching on every device we have. They're allegedly there. But what does this got to do with Sean Diddy Combs? Good question. Again, I think there is a chance that he may allegedly be or have been part of it, but now that he's gotten caught, they can't help him because it would be too damn obvious. Look at allegedly Bill Clinton, or the certain president that, husband that we all know. Those people, the Schmintons, right? He was allegedly being charged with rape. Okay, so if he was allegedly being charged with rape, but what does that have to do with allegedly Epstein and the alleged all-seeing eye? Now, this is where I got to be very mindful about what I say to these people out here that are listening, because you guys know that they may be listening and observing what all of us say. So I'll just say it, and I hope you understand. Please pay attention. If a certain person does a certain thing and allegedly gets away with it, and then supposedly any evidence, let's say left over from the pajama party, if you will, is no longer seen, known, or around, what does that allegedly tell you? They're there. It tells you, obviously, that supposedly Sean Diddy Combs and everyone else is allegedly connected to these groups. These certain groups that we have to be very mindful that they are around in our everyday life. Hell, again, if these certain people, including alleged politicians, may have alleged connections, do you think that does not entail that, yeah, they're there, they're watching, they're connected? Look, conservative, you sound crazy. You sound like you're obviously an alleged conspiracy theorist. Okay, sure, whatever. Whatever the fuck you want to call me, go for it. I don't care. But it's too damn obvious. Because if an alleged politician that does alleged sketchy things, or certain things that obviously they don't have evidence against them proves not only that political influencers can be influenced, even they themselves point money. Now, I'm not blaming capitalism, but, capitalism kind of does have part into it because some politicians are a little money hungry. Decides to allegedly pay off or do alleged something that will no longer prove that there was a supposed pajama party, and cleans up the pizza boxes. Yes, I'm using Sean Diddy Combs' one line from a specific alleged phone call. We can even go into that one too. Doesn't that tell you that money has power? Certain people have power. They have certain influences. So if there allegedly was a pajama party and no longer that politician may have allegedly been convicted for hosting, say, pajama party, because there was no evidence, where did the evidence go? Where did the alleged evidence go? Exactly. We know where it went. Some dirty southern shit may have allegedly happened with that pajama party. They cleaned up all too fucking well, didn't they? Because if there was an alleged pajama party, there would have been evidence seen that it happened. So let's talk about the alleged missing witness and alleged missing lawyer. Where did those two go? I don't know. LAPD, what did you guys do? You only did a 24-hour search and then fucking gave up. Why? Well, number one, LAPD, of course, not the best. And, well, we know California is pretty shithole for politicians and liberalism, and judges can allegedly be bribed, and things allegedly happen. It's kind of the typical, normal, everyday, average, wonderful day in the neighborhood, Mr. Rogers' day type shit. But they still have to figure out where the fuck the alleged missing people went. Where did she allegedly go? She didn't hide. There's been no sight of her. No sight of the alleged lawyer, neither. Lawyers didn't answer his phone. The woman didn't answer her phone. So allegedly, something is going on deeper. Is allegedly Sean Diddy Combs cleaning up the pajama party? That makes a little bit more sense, doesn't it? Just like a certain alleged politician cleaning up after a pajama party. Think about it, folks. This is what happens. If you say too much, they may come at you. They may try to silence you. Hell, they're probably already going to try to figure out how to do that to me. Because I know all too much. Because I know what goes on behind the curtains. Yes, it's not only because I'm a freelance journalist and because I'm an editor and because I pay attention to shit. I don't just go from one news to the other. Like I always tell you guys, I pay attention to the media from both sides. Because somehow, some way, is it really obvious that both sides are allegedly being truthful? Or is it just one side allegedly being truthful? We don't know, because again, influence. They have influence. The all-seeing eye people have influence today. But yet you all listen and bob your head to music. And we're talking like today's generation of music. The crap music. Like crap. They are influenced by certain alleged groups that we will not be able to know until it's too little too late. And when they finally show themselves, by that time, we're fucked. And by that time, those who knew, like me, like church and everyone else, will be able to say, told you so. But y'all didn't listen to us. Y'all laughed at us. Why do you think allegedly Sean Diddy Combs is only getting 2 charges? It's not because allegedly lack of evidence. There was a lot of witnesses and a lot of people that can attest to what had happened at the alleged parties that he allegedly hosted. Way too many people. And no, they were not bought out or told, you better say it or you end up in trouble. More than likely, supposedly Diddy may have allegedly bought him out or had the pizza party or pajama party cleaned up, if you know what I mean. It's obvious, folks. We know what's going on. We're not stupid. These are just all things that I think are happening around us, and I know and I see it, but people ignore it because they don't want to pay attention to us. They don't want to pay attention to us truth tellers because you all think we're a bunch of losers and a bunch of tartars and we don't know what the frick we're talking about. I'm going to be laughing when I'm telling you so later in life, and you're going to be seeing the facts that I was right. All of us that knew it were right. But it would be too late by then because the media might be shut down. Who knows? See you guys.